let's get into what I want to talk about. I'm not finished. Me and my friend Bernice are buddy reading this, a mini book club, if you will. And I'm about to start chapter 5. 2 days later, April 2011, page 47. I'm about to read this. I'm allotted one chapter. This is a thriller. This is nothing but suspense. Listen, it's actually kind of crazy that I'm reading this. I'll share. I don't like Paul Mescal. That's my truth. I've been very vulnerable with you. I'll never lie to you. I don't like Paul Mescal. I don't. Or his girlfriend, but we don't have to get into that right now. One of the things that made me even more curious is how Sally Rooney does not use quotation marks, which the first chapter I was like, what is going on? Then it hits, and I'll tell you why it hits so far. I haven't gotten far, obviously. I'm on page 47. That's how much I've read today, okay? With breaks in between because I was doing my homework as well. This next chapter will be my treat. Having no quotation marks, yes, it is a little confusing at the beginning, but I also feel like it makes you focus more, which I know is something that people have already been saying, and how it's like, it makes you focus on exactly who's talking and how they're saying it. And I just feel like it's good for the reader, me, to understanding each character's personality, but it's also how they understand each other. This is a horror story. Situationship final boss. Do not read this if you are not mentally stable, because it will wreck you. Like, so far, I'm like, every time I finish it, I'm like, stand up, both of you. I will say I am a Marianne defender, but we knew this already. Connell, that's how it feels sometimes when I'm in his head. This is third person limited, but it's interesting to me because even when we are in Marianne's head or we're up close to her, we really don't get anything from her. Like, babe, I get being quiet, I get being introspective, I get being an introvert, but I want to know what you think. I want to know what you feel outside of you just thinking that you're weird. Come on. I'm scared, y'all. I'm scared. That's upside down. Normal people. Day 2 of normal people. Okay. Just finished my chapter for today. This is day 2 of reading Normal People, buddy reading it with my friend. 6 weeks later, September 2012, starting page 125. Previously, I said, Connell was giving, but now I understand him. This part, when he gets anxious and is like touching his chest and he's like just overthinking, oh my God, Marianne. But this is probably true, but I'm not gonna look it up right now. Yes, it is third person limited, but it's Connell. This is Connell's story. Where is Marianne? Even when she's telling us stuff about her life, it's filtered through Connell. It's filtered through him. You're pushed into their present tense. And then certain aspects of conversation will trigger past memories, or like why they couldn't show up in a certain way, or why, like, Connell's, after he says that he has to move back because of the rent situation, he poses the question, oh, so you're probably gonna want to see other people, right? Now, mind you, previous chapters, I was like, damn, this guy's a piece of shit. Like, this is so, like, textbook fuckboy, textbook situationship. And then you read it and you're like, oh my God, like,
He's so incapable of sharing how he feels and the emotional depth that he does have. Why didn't you just say it? It's giving Belly and Conrad, I thought you knew. I thought you knew. No more thinking. No more thinking. You must speak. You must speak. When you don't, you're left in this really weird limbo, and you deserve better than that. The conversation is always so interesting to me when they shift to like just like the education of things, and Marianne and Connell, I feel like, mirror each other very interestingly, parallel each other. Marianne drops out. She doesn't really drop out. She just doesn't go to class, which is like, damn, if I had that option, that'd be really cool. Then on page 129, when he's talking about how he has to leave and go back home, and oh my God. And he's like, yeah, he said, I'm not dropping out, don't worry. Babe. And that was, it's always to avoid something. Marianne avoided it because obviously she was hurt and he did her dirty. But she didn't say, I mean, she shouldn't have had to say, but she didn't say, oh, I can't even stand to come to school because I don't want to see you. She said it later, but she didn't say it then. And then he's trying to say, oh, you know, I unfortunately can't do this, and he doesn't say that next part, and he just leaves it open. Why would you say, oh, so you probably want to see other people? Babe! And the way you're posing it as a question, that kind of question opens it up. So it's like, oh, was he thinking that we're not even a thing and that he wants to see other people? And then when she's like, oh, sure, he's like, oh, wait, no, I didn't mean, dude, what did you think was gonna happen? I'm really nervous to hear him recount what happened during the summer. That was really hard for me to read. I just love the fact that he feels comfortable enough to tell Marianne. I'm like biting at the bit to like read the rest of it, but I will be good. Only allowed to read one chapter by ourselves because we are going to be reading it tomorrow. We're gonna finish it. We're like halfway done, so I'm hoping next time I check in, it'll be finished. Like, it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better. You can quote me on that. All right, toodles. Cheers. Okay, normal people chat. It did get worse. It did get worse before it got better. I am sad, but I'm also very thankful for this book. And I know previously I was like, we don't get a lot of Marianne. We did get Marianne. We did. Her heartbreak, her struggle, her thought process, how she views the world, how she views herself, how she internalizes what happens to her, and how she outwardly projects things. We get a lot of Marianne. We get a lot. And I'm angry. I'm angry for these characters. I'm angry for the life that they, you know, both loved living and had hardship in living. I'm sad and I'm angry for them. And I'm sad for myself for being put through this. Overall, it was a really fun experience to read this with my friend. I literally, like, it's like stuck in my head. After I finished the last chapter, I literally did like a slow turn and was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you joking? Are you serious? Yeah, I love the political, I mean, obviously reading is political, but I love the actual talk about politics in this book. That was perfect. It was so real. And I think that's why it's so devastating, because it is so real. Like, this is somebody's life, from the situationship to the being bullied in school to having these really intense thought processes. That's real. And there's definitely a little bit of Marianne and Connell in each of us. And I think that's what makes this so fascinating, because we're all normal people. Like, not to be like that, but it's like, we're all just normal people. I'll probably have more thoughts, but this is still fresh. And so it still kind of hurts. I probably will write a full review on it on my Instagram. But for right now, I'm going to leave you with this. All right. Bye. See you later.